Hello everybody and welcome to Miniature Shop Simulator, and as it says on the tin, we're going to be running a miniature shop today, and we are even going to be going down to as much detail as to painting the miniatures ourselves apparently. Sadly the alpha was only available, the demo was only available until the 31st of December. I downloaded it before then and sadly I'm not getting to it until a little bit later, so it won't be available to play, but the game is still available on Steam to wish list should you like it and want to follow its development. Okay, so let's pop in. Let's see what our shop's gonna look like. My new shop. Okay, so we have quite a nice little area outside. I always love to look at the area outside. You know this when I'm doing shop games, and then I also like to have a little look at the character models. Looking quite nice. On my monitor, there is screen tearing. On the recording, there is not, seemingly. I don't think, anyway. I don't think it's picking that up. Nope. Seems to be a thing with my monitor particularly that sometimes happens. All right, so we're going to make our new shop. So are we going to need to probably stand on that exclamation mark, I would imagine. I mean, it's big and red and looks like I should stand on it. So let's do it. My new shop. She Labs Minis. Mini Marts. It's not quite. No, I'm going to go with She Loves Minis because it's not. It isn't a mini mart. It's a miniature shop. So like I'm going to call it She Loves Minis. It's not, again, it's not my best work. It's not the best title I've ever done. But okay, so it's not giving us a ton of instruction though, other than that. So I guess we'll just see if we can go in, shall we? And check out our shop. So we've got quite a bit of space, which is nice. And we have a painting room. Let's see what this is about. Oh, I see. So I can paint a deep sea lizard, an imp, or a forest demon in here. Okay. So my phone is with tab, and that's going to give me a few of the things that I need. Okay. And my collection is in art. Oh, right. So I've got a little collection box. This reminds me a little bit of... we played a game quite recently where I was sort of hatching eggs, and then I was getting collectibles out of the eggs. And in that one we didn't have a box. We had kind of like little scenes that we could put them into. But this one, it looks like we just have a box, and we can put all of our painted miniatures and things into there. Okay. There is a till we can operate. There is a sign, I'm guessing, where we can open the shop. Most of the time, this would be given to you as some kind of tutorial, but I guess I decided against that. So I'm going to have to work it all out myself. But that's fine. Sometimes, in a way, that's better because I'm not there like, well, is the tutorial going to ask me for this in a minute? Is it? I don't know. So anyway, we've got stock. So I can get a box of deep sea lizards, a box of imps, or a box of forest demons. And then I'm guessing I can get them out of the box and paint them. So big heads, accessories, all paintable. Okay. We've got 2,000 of seed money. Are we going to need some kind of like shelving? I would imagine we will. So model shelf, a small shelf. So right, I think probably the small shelf will be the one to start with. And we'll start maybe just with selling a few boxes of toys and putting them on the shelves. That'd probably be a good start for us. So if I was designing the tutorial, that's what I would start people with, I think. Not that I know the game enough to think that I could design the tutorial, you know, but Expandex. Oh, okay, shop expansions. That's fine. Events, recruiter. Right, I'm guessing that there are no events and there's no staffing in this, but there might be some kind of level and it might open up later, but I'm imagining that you can just sell the boxes and paint the figures in this demo. Right, let's have a look then. I think I ordered the furniture. Well, I certainly spent the 300, so let's see if it's turned up anywhere or if it's likely to. There is a box outside. I think that's going to be my shelf then. Good job, I've played like 4,000 million of these games before, and I already know like completely how to... well, how your most obvious sort of mechanisms within this sort of game type work. Oh, okay. I can't put that down next. Oh, okay, that's close enough to the wall. That will do. Okay, so now I figure I'm going to probably need to get some stock. So let's get some stock. Let's get ourselves one of each box. That'll cost us 350. And it'll be a $30 delivery fee. I'm not sure whether that's dependent on... No, it looks like every time I order, there'll be a $30 delivery fee. So maybe if I got a couple... Okay, that'll do, because I'm not really sure exactly how well they're going to sell or what I'm going to need to do with things. I'm still just trying stuff out at the moment. So let's have a look. Forest Demons, 12. Is that 12 boxes worth? Yes. Okay, so... All right, that's fine. And there'll be a bin somewhere to put that into. Hopefully, they should be like, oh, it's closed. I will leave. Because Sheilab wants to reprice things. Sheilab doesn't like it when things don't get repriced. So the market rate at the moment is 20. Ooh, it prices it at 0. That's pretty mean. Most games will at least price automatically at market price and you won't lose anything. But you would lose the whole lot. Wow. Okay. These ones down. Let's hope it gives you big warnings if you forget to price something. There's more deep sea lizards. Okay, right. Yeah, okay. So 1 per shelf, is it? Or is it 1 per part of a shelf? So no, I can mix the shelves up. Nice. You can't come in. I haven't priced everything. And that's important in this game, apparently. Right, so the next thing is when I put these on, which are more... Oh, they're more deep sea lizards. Okay. So I want to know if I price one, will it price the other? So sorry, I thought we had two forest demons, but we have 2 deep sea lizards actually. So deep sea lizards, they are meant to be $10 each. I imagine they're the ones that cost 90 for the 12 boxes. They're making $2.50 profit on those. And actually, yes, it did price the 2 tags. So I assume that when I restock, that's going to be... Right, so we can make ourselves a little bit of cash now. Let's open up and just see how the till works. And then I'll have a little try at painting. And that will be fun because I have no artistic talent whatsoever. All my talent went into my beautiful singing voice. La 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 la. Okay, so they're having a good shop there. That's cool. So we're wanting to test this for ease of use. How easy is it to scan things? Quite easy. The change is 35. Now, the thing is as well, if I try to give the wrong change, does it just let me do it? Right, so we're going to give 36 in change here, just to see if it'll let me give the wrong change, which it will. So again, not the most forgiving game. It will let you over change a customer, and that is something that I have been guilty of in these things in the past, assuming that it's going to be a nice game and tell me if I've done it wrong, but no. To be honest, in the overall grand scheme of things, giving the wrong change sometimes, as long as you don't do it all the time, probably doesn't affect things too much. It maybe, you know, adds a couple of minutes extra to your game time, but this is what happens when you talk when you're trying to concentrate. That's why a teacher tells you at school not to talk in class. Yeah. That's what I do every day. I effectively talk all the way through class and try not to make mistakes. Right, okay, so You do only buy one thing. We're getting through things quite fast though, and we're making quite a nice profit. So the change is 85. Yeah. I think it's green as long as you've given more than the right amount of change. So it will let you shortchange yourself. I only wanted to play, but there's no free play tables. Do we have enough money maybe to buy a play table for a summer or a winter one? Yeah. Let's buy a summer play table with 2 chairs. And maybe people will want to come and play. Because, I mean, there's no point in having like a gaming shop without any gaming tables, right? So let's put that in. So that is definitely the first time we've had one of these in a shop game. So people are going to come in and play their games. I think that they will play with the models they buy. I'm not sure. I might need to possibly make them available. I'm not sure whether they whether this is just a service that we provide. Is she going to come out with any miniatures now? Or just generally sit at the table and play? I feel like I've been given a lot of money, so I could probably try and get through as many of the game mechanics as possible as quickly as possible. All right, let's check you out. But I also don't want to run out of money. I just have to be careful with the change. Make sure I've looked at it properly. When I try to be super fast with everything, I get it wrong sometimes. Because I'm a YouTuber. I've only got like 50% of my concentration on the actual game at any one time. Right, there we are. $30. Oh, look, they're playing together. They've put miniatures on the board, look. They bought their own. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. Do you know what though? Like when I have been to places like this in real life, and they sell board games as well. They sell miniatures and board games, and you can game there. And some of them even have snacks. It's amazing. At the moment, this one doesn't have snacks. I think they're missing a trick here. Like, gamers get hungry. You know this. All right, are we late? Are we low on anything? We're a bit low on whatever that is. That one was the imp one. That's one thing I would say. It's a little bit hard to see what's missing on that bottom shelf. Okay, so we need some more imps. I think though that I would like it if I could have a stock shelf and make bigger stock orders, because oh my goodness, did they pay me? I think they might have paid me for their time at the gaming table. I'm sure like something came up then as they left and I made more money. I'm almost certain. I didn't quite catch it, but that's super cool. Right, let's have another look at my... So events would be cool because it would get people into the gaming tables. Press enter to start a new day. Let's start a new day. I may as well. All right, so we're on day 2. Ah, I need to get in here. There's people who've been stuck in my shop all night. Oh no. Hope they buy something. Hope you weren't too hungry. Hope you didn't need the toilet. Okay. It's weird because like they don't hand you any money and you just give them the change. They missed out the bit where they hand the money, but at least my money's going up, so that's fine. So someone's at the gaming table again. I feel like these are just really good passive income. Maybe I should get another one. Because there were 2 people at there all day yesterday. Let's get the winter table. No delivery fee on that one. Maybe it's because it's above $100 or something. No, actually, half the other stuff is above $100. Maybe it's because it's above $200. All right, let's pop in another gaming table there. So I want to make another order. And I also wanted to see if there was any kind of... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. It's tab, isn't it? I wanted to see if there was any kind of stock shelf or anything, but it doesn't seem like there is. Oh, a double-sided small shelf. So that could go like in the middle of the shop somewhere. A shelf for models. Right, I think for now I want to get a long shelf. And then I want to get some extra... I love how it's how every time I'm a lot of these games it's like IKEA for the furniture deliveries. It's not the first game I've seen that used. So 1700. Oh, hang on, actually the early ones are like 300. So I could expand if I wanted to, like almost right now, but I don't want to. I want to serve these couple of customers and then get myself a little bit more stock. There's no free play tables. Look at that. They really love these play tables. I'll save up for another one. Because once I bought them, it looks like they just make their money back. Like, they leave, they pay me for the table hire, basically. We'll have a go at some painting soon as well. I just wanted to have a... This is... oh, no, there's nothing here. Oh, dear. Oops. All right, so let's get the shelf in. We've got a nice big shelf, and then we've got lots of space to put things. Because, you know, if you can't... I actually quite like the placement of things as well in here. Like, it's very easy to place things and make it look nice, which I very much appreciate. But yes, now we need to make ourselves a little order of... I'm going to get 5 boxes of... No, I'm not. Oh, okay. Let's do 1 box of imps, 1 box of forest demons. I can't even do that. All right, then. Let's do 1 imps, 1 forest demons. Sorry, deep sea lizards, 1 forest demons. 1 more imp. And that's as much as I can afford. But the nice thing is that you can't soft lock yourself once you bought the gaming tables, because people will keep coming in for those. I've forgotten what this is. Oh, well. That's the forest demons. That's the one thing I would definitely say I would prefer, would be if it was a bit easier, just a tiny bit easier to see what you're putting on. So the deep sea lizards I'm just going to put over here because there's like loads of them. And then as soon as I've got a little bit more money in the bank, I think I'd like to start painting and get a display for miniatures that I've painted. So I think I might be able to sell those for a little bit more money. I don't know if there's anything like rares. In this sort of game, I love a good rare. Okay, so change is 115. Yeah. $20. $70, $90. We're back up to $651. But I do need to restock almost everything at this point. They really went through it all, except for the deep sea lizards, but the rest of the stuff needs restocking quite desperately. But I'm not finding this a game, like some games, they're very slow paced. You don't make enough profit to be able to make a lot of progress. This doesn't feel like that. This feels quite good. All right, let's get off the till and get ourselves another stock order. So I don't know. I didn't see anything in the way of expand, renovate. So you've only got expand at the moment. There's no kind of levels or anything that I can see. World price. It looks like there'll be some kind of online market for the models possibly at some point. It doesn't look like I'm allowed that either. So I'm allowed to get stock. I'm allowed to expand the shop and I'm allowed to buy furniture. So I'm going to order a model shelf. I'm going to push the boat out. They buy a lot at once, don't they? Which that actually is what really helps, I think, with the whole... there we are, 2 of those. With the whole getting a lot of profit. So people will just buy tons and tons and tons of miniatures all at once. I bet that the local miniature shop in my high street wishes it was this busy. You go past there, you see like 1 person in there. If you're lucky. They have cleared me out again. Utterly cleared me out. So... need to take 1 away. Yeah. To restock. They've cleared me out completely. So outside there should be. See, they're taking their models and then they're using them. So they're hiring a table as well. Such a good business model, this. All right, so this is going to be my miniature shelf. I'm just going to pop it in the corner here. I might move it later. I don't know. Depends on how it's used. Maybe over here by the till. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put it kind of close to the till so they can see it on the way around. Okay. So now I think I should be able to take a box off the shelf of one of these. I don't know if each one of them contains 1 miniature or what really. I'm just throwing them wherever at the moment because, like I said, I would put them in their own special spots, but it's kind of difficult because I can't even really see very easily what they are. I can see that's imps. I can see that that's forest demons next to it, but these are deep sea lizards. I think I can see. Yeah, just have to be familiar with the types of things I'm looking for. All right, so now I've done that. I should be able to take a deep sea lizard, right? And I should be able to open it and see what I get. War Mage miniatures. Oh, I think I have to choose like 1 card. And that'll tell me what I get. So I got the Casting Light spell. Sneak Attack. Idle. And Furious Attack. So did I got card? Is that just cards I got there then? I thought I was supposed to be getting miniatures to paint or something. Or maybe I have. I'll work it out in a minute. I just want to like make sure these customers are seen to first. The model on that child is kind of terrifying. Oh no. I've got 4 of 13 of the collection. So it's an idle, run, ready attack, furious attack, sneak attack, heavy attack, jump attack. So it's the deep sea lizard, but in all of his different poses. All right. So if I take this idle one and paint it. So I've got a classic, a wash, a dry brush, an airbrush, a stipple, or a decal. It looks like I'm not allowed to use airbrush, stipple, and decal at the moment. I'll go with classic. Let's have a classic purple demon. If I can't be artistic, I can at least be on brand. I guess we're gonna need to like yeah. Right. I think he's ready. Dry brush. And we can make the brushes smaller. Oh, you can go very small. Okay. And like whiten up his teeth a bit. I don't think he needs to have purple teeth. Does that do? Giving me paint, it's giving me... Oh, that takes off the UI. Okay. Does that rotate the miniature? Oops. Control Z? No. Undo? Ah, it's undo and redo. Nice, okay. Hold to paint. Pan, okay. Zoom. I'm not sure what that dropper is. It's the only thing I'm not sure. Like, why does that have a slider? I mean, this to me... Or is that like a paint intensity? Oh, yes. Okay. So I think that might be the size of the paintbrush. Oh, I can't tell. It's awful. No, or is that the intensity and that the paintbrush size? I've got to try and work out, because it doesn't say on it, like, this is brush size. Classic white. Oh. Just a bit more instruction on this would be so good. Okay, just, like I say, just trying to quickly work it out. So I think that might just be like an opacity thing. Because if I'm going over a color I've already done, so I'm going over with white, so that will just lighten it a little bit. If I can understand what I'm doing a bit more, yeah, that's what that is. Okay. And that is definitely brush size. Okay, cool. So I want high opacity for the teeth and a low brush size. There we are. Once I could work out what they were, it's going to give me a much better result if I know what my tools do before I start jumping in and using them. So that's what I'm going to paint his teeth. I mean, it's not going to be anything like, I know that out there in the world of rats. In the world of miniature painting, I am very much the amateur. But you can at least have white teeth. Okay, let's make that touch. No, maybe not quite that big. I'm like this at pottery painting as well. I'll be here all blooming day. Right, he's got his white teeth now. Rawr! Okay. Now then, what are we going to do with his eyes? Black, maybe? Black eyes? Let's try that. I need to make that much smaller to be able to get into the eyes there. Not sure why when the brush size was a bit bigger, why it wasn't as quite as opaque. What this does give you an idea of, and I will try some of the other effects in a minute, is the sort of things you can do. All right, so you've got smoke, sun, sea, flora, flowers. Oh, we've got all sorts of purples here under flowers. So I could... brush his tail in a different color or something. That's where I say I don't have much talent with this, but I will try my best. Could sort of do that on his little ears. I don't know, are they ears or are they kind of gills or something? I think if you hold it down a little bit longer, it gives you a little bit more control. There we are. I made his ears like that. That's just like, that's a little bit better. And then I feel like we need to do something maybe around his torso. Oh no, that I don't like that. That's way too dark. The undo button is my friend here. I thought just give him a bit of a... All right, so let's have a look at the, like what a wash does. See, that's wash. That's classic. And that's dry brush. It's not a ton of difference for what I'm doing, really. Let's just undo those three. Maybe I'm trying to sort of try to make different colors sort of follow his musculature a little bit. Around the hips as well. Original purple is this, isn't it? So a little bit of correction there. Yes, I know. I know. What I could do is reduce the kind of opacity. Okay, that was not the color. This one. No, don't like that. That sucked. As an idea, that sucked. I like his teeth. I like his ears. I think he's got some kind of little bits and pieces that could be highlighted a touch. Just gonna bring down the size of this. Just highlight him along here. I'm totally out of the lines and everything. I know. I suck. That's kind of the idea I was going for. I'll probably do his toes in either white or black as well. But again, like I'm a sucker for this sort of thing, being here like all day. And all I really need to be showing you, what I might do is... a very... that's not doing anything now. Where's my brush gone? Oh, yeah. A little bit of a wash over that bit. Darken that down a touch. You think I'm being so artistic here? I'm just totally making it up. Actually, no one thinks that. No one thinks that. Okay, so I'm gonna then make the brush really small. A bit bigger than that. A bit smaller than that. I'll highlight these bits a little bit more. From a distance, that doesn't look so awful. Again, I think I could have done something a bit better there by being more... I don't know. What do we think? The pinkish one or the whitish one? I think the whitish one is a better highlight, to be honest. But yeah, again, if you want to be there all day, you can sort of sit there trying to exactly match the bumps and ridges. I'm just going to try and get a kind of basic-ish looking model going. Right, so I wanted to then wash it over with a sort of a pink. Big brush, small, no, not maybe not that big a brush. Just sort of lighten up the arm a tiny bit around that area. Maybe all the way up, actually, down into the hand, and let the hand sort of be... I don't know, I'm making it up. I'm letting my creativity fly free. Now he has a pink chin. Let's go over his pink chin. Cut that in a tiny bit. Looking fab. Looking so good. Oh, She-Lab. At least he's purple. Worst painter in the world, She-Lab. That's why she's not allowed in the Warhammer shop. Okay. I really want to just go in and like sort of try and... You've got a reasonable amount of fine control here. I'm wondering if... Just a little kind of down there. That looks pretty cool. That's a very defined waist he has now. Yeah, put a stripe on his head. Gonna diffuse that out a little bit. And no, that's actually super. I'm gonna make his whole head a bit like that. No, 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 no. His eyes. I spent ages on those. All right, let's not do that. I just feel like his face is a bit... I kind of feel also like I want that to go down his legs a bit. Is that the right color? Just too diffuse. Oh no, it's the wrong color. Hang on. Let's cut that color. No. That color. Oh yeah, there we are. I'd like that to go down to his knees, maybe. But yeah, like I say, what I'm trying to show here is that you can go into ridiculous detail and you can spend ridiculous amounts of time on this if you so wish. Sadly, you can't move his tail out the way. I managed to get rubbish all over his tail. You've got to be quite careful to work around things. So I think I might have caught the tail again there. Don't know. People are like, Sheila, what are you even doing? I don't know. Making it up as I go along. It's always worked before, right? I'm annoyed with all the gaps in him, though. I would be very tempted to spend ages and ages and ages making him look cooler. So imagine if you had the real thing, you'd have a lot more different brushes you could use. You'd have this airbrush and the stipple and all that sort of thing to make some cool effects. As it is, I can't really, so... A highlight there, maybe? That's better. I didn't need any of that to be nearly as opaque as it was. Real kind of... Okay, that's too dark, I think. I need to go... something like that. I'm just trying to go for like a more natural kind of look on him because everything looks very stark. on, be a bit more. We're going to end up like that, aren't we? Honestly, I don't think it's so awful. Yeah, it was still a little bit weird in there, so I'm just gonna go over that again with the white and hope that it covers a multitude of sin. This is my like covers a multitude of sins color seemingly. Let's make it smaller. Do a little bit down his nose or something. That just gave him a little bit more of something, didn't it? All right, yeah, again, like, not the world's greatest artist here, but he's all right. Okay, so I'm gonna put a very dark purple toes on him now, and then you don't have to watch me anymore. Those of you that are still here, thank you very much. Your patience is legendary. Gosh, because you... Oh, you know, I need to pan him down. That's what I need to do. Half of this is the camera control. There we are. That's the one. Make sure I've got all of the toes in. And... they are black. Black toes. I'm going to go for a very diffuse highlight again, just down the feet slightly. Maybe about that. Oh gosh, that's hugely more if in doubt, make him white everywhere. Okay, so there we are. That's my painted miniature. And I'll laugh at him. Actually, you know, I don't know if I'm going overkill now at this point, but I kind of feel like joining those up would be good, and then just keeping... Oh, that was wrong. Hang on. Lost my... I keep losing my cursor. It's probably the curse of every artist who has to use any kind of art tool. I'm not zooming in and out of the thing. I'm zooming in and out on the... Just want to make sure that that little bit is highlighted in the darker purple. His tail looks good. He looks good. Oh, are some of his teeth still a bit purple? Aye, they are. Let's whack up the opacity, whack down the... I think it's just where I went over all the teeth initially. They probably should have been done at the end. Now they need another go over. I've accidentally splattered white into his mouth there, look. Oh. Oh no, there it's good. It's gone, it's gone. Pan up a touch. So I can get in the front on level there. That just needs a bit more. There we are. There's our alien. If I had a lot more time than the probably 15-20 minutes I spent on that, could probably do something better. Could probably get in and, I don't know, make the transition around his feet a bit more diffuse. Maybe do something to brighten his eyes up or something. Maybe put a little sort of glint in his eye or something like that. But I quite like what I've done there. So now then, if I've painted him, do I now get him as a... I've come out of it and I'm like, is that just ruined all my work? Or it was the idle one. I painted him. Oh no, there he is. Okay. So is he now in my box or like, what's the deal there? So I've got my box. Oh yeah. So I've got my idle deep sea. I'm going to put him here. Oh, do you know what? When he's tiny, he looks really cute. Doesn't he look so cute when he's tiny? All right, how much are we selling him for? His market price is 50. I spent ages on him. No way is he just worth 50 cents. Oh, so annoying. It was fun though. It was super fun. That's not how we're going to make our money though, is it? But I wanted to, you know, because I was showing you guys, I wanted to do something decent, but I think maybe I put a little more effort into that than I should have, considering how much I can sell them for. I'm actually really impressed with how he looks when he's... It's one of these things where you make something really big and then you make something really small. Oh, she's going to buy my little miniature. I wonder if she's going to use it when she's playing games. That'd be awesome. You're going to go and play games with him. That'd be so cool. We need more space and we need more gaming. So I'm going to use the expandex and I'm going to expandex the shop. Let's see how much extra space we got here. All right. Well, that's still enough to pop a little kind of a teeny tiny little private gaming table in there or something. More gaming tables equals more money. Um, 24, 50. I think it was 50 because she bought the miniature. Okay, we're closing up for the day. Everyone get out. Yeah, so I'd like to buy... I need to buy new stock. I would like to buy another gaming table as well. I'll start a new day. We were apparently closed, but people just like stay in the shop anyway. They don't care. They don't care whether we're open or closed. Might as well just stay open then. So I'm not sure whether there's a lot of because each one of these costs $10 and you get 4 in each. I'm just going to start selling them to individuals without painting them. Market price $5. A furious attack. Sneak attack $6. Did I just do such a terrible job of painting it that it went down to 50 cents? Because everything else seems to be worth a lot more. They're worth loads. But my painted one was worth like nothing. I must have wrecked it. I must have utterly wrecked it. Because actually opening the boxes up and displaying the models in general has been great. Let's have a look at the forest demons. Maybe they're worth more when the customer... Ready attack, run, and cast light spell. I don't have time to paint every single one of these, you know? Huh. I thought I had... That's extremely strange. Unless there's more than one page. Page 1 of 6. E next. E next. E next. E next. Ah, there we are. That's the forest demons. $3.60. Oh, there we are. We sold like some individual ones. I love the idea of gaming tables. It just makes me feel it's got this aspiration of like, yeah, I would love to run like a little gaming place and people come in and... But I have seen so many of them in the high street. Crash and burn. So I don't feel like it's a very safe business opportunity. However, in game form, it's cool. Oh, we've made loads of money. I'm going to get another gaming table then. Shall we have another winter table? Because they're the gift that keeps on giving. I need to do nothing with them and they just make me money. Again and again and again. So it's definitely 100% worth it. Yeah, so people can play like a winter gaming session on there. I don't know really whether I've made more money from... Oh, I need more stock. Good grief. They buy through that so fast. And honestly, I think that's actually one of the good parts of this game. Is that they buy all the stuff up so quickly. That's 2 boxes of everything. It means I don't have to wait ages to upgrade to new things. But I would look forward to seeing a bit more development on this. And seeing where they go with it. Because at the moment, you can do the tables, you can paint the miniatures, you can sell the miniatures. You can sell the 3 different boxes. There's no licenses or anything like that yet. So there's no more boxes, no more types of creatures. So we have, by the looks of it, opened up the deep sea lizards a bit. We've opened up the forest demons a bit. We haven't really opened up an imp box. So I'd like to try and do that next. That's probably one of the last things I want to do with this one though. Unless we want to try and collect one of everything in our box. Just for funsies. Just to see what they look like. But I don't feel very much like this is particularly for private collecting. They are forest imps. And $10. It's looking super, super cool though. I'm thinking let's have my gaming tables as a thumbnail. I don't know how that kid has so much money. I never had that much money when I was a kid. Good grief. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that we can click on. Continue. World price, world pay bills. There's no bills. There's no recruiter. There's no events. I can expand, which I've already done a little bit. I imagine each one will be a tiny corner. You get 16 expansions, so even if it is a tiny corner each time, you can make this quite large and keep putting more gaming tables in and making more money and playing around with devaluing your devaluing your miniatures by painting them purple. I love how the game is basically like your miniature, you painted it so trash. You painted it so trash that it's worth 50 cents. All the other ones are worth at least $3. I don't know whether that is because the idle one is just not worth very much or whether I actually really did devalue it. I have a very strong suspicion that the latter is true. So I think the one thing I would say is that the painting side of it doesn't seem to give you, for the effort you put in, much back. So I don't know whether that's more for people who are very enthusiastic miniature painters and who would just love to sit with this game and paint miniatures without having to use art materials for it. Because I understand it's a very expensive hobby and it might be nice to do that to practice painting things like on the computer. And that certainly gives people with that sort of hobby, that sort of interest, something that they can really get their teeth into. I really think that's a good mechanic, especially once I did start to work out how all the art program worked. Like I say, none of this has got any tutorials in it at all yet by the scenes of it. There may be something added by the time it goes fully live though. Just a quick pointer around the art program and a quick pointer as to how to buy things from the shop and things like that. Just for, like, it didn't really worry me particularly. I worked it all out, but it's for someone who's not used to shop games, they might sort of not really... They might feel a bit out at sea. So it'd be nice to see that added in. I don't know why no one's at my new gaming table. How dare they? Maybe I've got enough gaming tables now for the saturation of customers. That's another thing that I'd like to see in this, is some kind of like reputation. A lot of shop games, you start to get more customers as you have more stock and you have more reputation and things like that. I'd like to see more different types of stock. I did say I would open an imp game, didn't I? An imp box. I don't know if they've all been bought, actually. This one is forest demons. This one is imps. All right, let's open the imps and see what kind of things we get in here. So we got a ready attack imp, a walking imp, another walking imp, and an upper right attack imp. Okay, I'm going to sell those now. Let's get my money back. So I don't know what page they'll be on. How much are you worth? You're worth like $10. Just on your own. Wow. So like there is a big difference between some of them. And that was only worth $2.25. So it might be that whether you've painted them or not, they'll be worth the same. I'd have to find another idle, another plain like idle forest dweller or whatever that was. Oh yeah, imp walk, 90 cents. So I think like the very most basic one is a pittance basically. And then if you happen to get the more pricey ones, then you get a bit of luck. 40. Don't ask me why I didn't use the $20 bills. Or why I did 3 20s instead of a 50 and a 10. Who knows why I do what I do? Certainly not me. Okay, $8.20. Yeah, every time they're leaving the game tables, they're like giving me like over $100. So I could probably, that is a, you can tell when they're planning to go to a game table because they are already doing their game table animation before they even reach the table. But yeah, it's really easy to make lots of money to expand the shop and things because you're getting lots of money from the game table. So I could probably easily now afford the next expansion, which would allow me even more tables. It was easier to click on another 5 than it was to click on 10 and to take the 5 back and then click on 10. $7.75. One thing I would say as well is, as far as the demo version is concerned at the moment, just let's see if I can move this shelf. Can I move furniture? I'll start a new day and I'll see if I can move the furniture. But it's important to be able to, because if you can expand the shop, then the furniture needs to be able to be moved around with it. I'm not seeing a way to do that. There's take, which would take things on and off the shelves. But there doesn't seem to be any way to click on or move the furniture around. Is that the same with the tables as well? Maybe you can when the shop is closed or something, or maybe just for the demo they figure you probably don't really need to go that far. But I think at this point though, we've expanded the shop, we've bought all the different kinds of furniture we can, with the exception of maybe the 2-sided shelf, which I don't think is going to be that exciting. We've bought all the different types of paintable figurines. It looks like big heads and accessories aren't in yet, as far as I can tell. There's no recruitment, there's no bills, there's no world price yet. So I feel like we've pretty much looked at everything we can look at. And that's definitely a very solid start. And it's definitely the sort of game I've not seen before. I've definitely not seen a game where you can rent out gaming tables like your local little sort of local gaming shop. So I feel like this definitely fits its own very unique niche. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more things like this, then please subscribe. I'll let you know when videos are out. Hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.